Join me now, NAACP President Derek Johnson. President Johnson, it's great to see you. Thank you.
Good to be here. Thank you.
I want to talk to you about those offensive comments about Puerto Rico and Latinos made at Donald Trump's rally yesterday. What's your reaction?
Well, it's unfortunate that we are looking at a level of fascism where they are saying out loud, but many of us believe that group to be. I don't know if this is even the Republican Party anymore. This is something that's uniquely hateful, and it's unfortunate. How do you expect for this individual to run a country or his group to run a country if they cannot see, respect other individuals who are different? I think that's why this November on Tuesday, the vice president is actually going to win, because the more they speak, the more people realize there is an option here. Is either voting for democracy or if you don't vote or participate, we're going to end up something less than democracy.
And it's very clear that according to all reporting, polling, that Latino and black voters are going to be a key to this election, especially in battleground Pennsylvania. They have been for several cycles there. Tell us about the NAACP's effort to reach those voters, specifically black men who President Obama indicated when he was in Pennsylvania might be reluctant, especially young black men, reluctant to vote for a woman.
Well, in the conversations we've been having over the last 4 weeks, we've been seeing that narrow substantially. The more we engage with black voters under 50, both male and females, our initial survey said they didn't feel they were being heard, listened to, and their vote and voice didn't matter. And over the last 4 weeks in Pennsylvania, Milwaukee, Detroit, Charlotte, all across the country in targeted areas, we have engaged African-American voters under 50 just to hear from them, listen to their concerns, and answer questions. And as a result, we begin to see any question around who they will vote for or if they will vote begin to narrow substantially. And that's not unusual for most Americans. People don't really dial into presidential elections until after Labor Day. And it's incumbent upon us during that period of time to educate voters, to inform them what their options are, the power of their voice, the power of their vote. And from there, we have demonstrated in every election cycle, particularly presidential elections, that the African-American votes show up and they show up strong. And I don't think this election will be any different.
And do you think in these closing days that the Harris campaign can do anything to make a big difference that will appreciably change the way those remaining undecided young black men perhaps vote, or get them to switch their vote if they're going to vote for Trump?
I think gatherings like we witnessed last night at Madison Square Garden is making the case. In many scenarios, we're seeing voters begin to realize what's at stake, what people are actually saying about them, what role they play, and they're making really smart decisions about the future of this country through their vote. And we're beginning to see more and more of that. Over the last 5 days, I've been in 7 cities, and I've watched the progress of people becoming more and more aware. And I think the case is being made. It's not about political parties. It's not about the candidates. It's about the public policy priorities in the direction of this country. And we're seeing more people recognize that the only conspiracy is Project 2025. The only options are those who care about an America that look like 2030, as opposed to those who are trying to take us back to an apartheid 1930 reality.